Opening the power of faith. Good evening, everyone. I want to talk to you today about something that can change your life if you allow it to. Faith. But not just any faith. I'm talking about a faith that stands unshaken when everything around you is crumbling. I'm talking about the kind of faith that says, I may not know how this is going to turn out, but I know I'll get through it because I'm not walking this road alone. I want to remind you today that God never fails. He never leaves you in the storm, and He'll always be there when you feel like giving up. Overcoming fear. Facing your fears. Head on. Let's be honest. Fear is something we all face. It doesn't matter how successful you are or how strong you seem on the outside. Fear finds its way into all of us, and fear is one of the greatest tools the enemy uses to stop us from stepping into our purpose. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of what others think. But I want to tell you something today that will change how you approach fear. Fear is a liar. Fear tells you that you're not good enough, that you'll never make it. Fear makes you think that the mountain in front of you is too high to climb and that it's better to stay stuck where you are. But God doesn't give us a spirit of fear. He gives us a spirit of power, of love, and of a sound mind. When you walk in the truth that God never fails, you can face your fears with courage. You can step into the unknown because you know He's right beside you. The power of persistence. Keep moving forward, no matter what. One of the most important things you can learn in life is persistence. The road to success is not always straight and smooth. In fact, sometimes it's downright tough. And I'm sure many of you have been there, feeling like you've hit a wall, or that the dream you've been chasing is just too far out of reach. But let me tell you this. Success is not about talent. It's about perseverance. It's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about making the decision that no matter what happens, you're not quitting. And the beautiful thing is, every time you push through, God is right there with you, strengthening you. So when you feel like you're about to break, when you feel like you've given all you've got, dig a little deeper. Keep going. Because as long as you keep moving, you'll never fail. Trusting the process. Let go and let God. I know there are moments in life where things don't make sense. You do everything right, you pray, you work hard, and yet, things still don't seem to come together. And in those moments, it's easy to get discouraged. It's easy to doubt. But listen, trust the process. God has a plan for your life, and that plan is bigger than your circumstances. Sometimes the things we go through, the pain, the setbacks, the disappointments, are part of a bigger picture that we can't see yet. But you can trust that God sees the whole picture. You might not always understand why things are happening the way they are, but when you look back, you'll see how every trial, every moment of difficulty was shaping you for the greatness ahead. The key is to trust Him, even when you can't trace Him. Don't try to force things or control the outcome. Trust that God has it all under control. He will never fail you. The strength in weakness. Finding strength in your struggles. Here's a truth that a lot of people don't like to hear. Weakness is not something to be ashamed of. In fact, it's in our weakness that we find true strength. 2 Corinthians 12:9 says, But He said to me, My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. That's a powerful statement. When you're weak, when you're at your lowest, that's when God's power is most evident. Don't look at your struggles as setbacks. They're setups. Every challenge you face is an opportunity for God to show up and show out. When you're weak, He's strong. So don't be afraid of your struggles. Don't hide from your weaknesses. Embrace them, because they are the moments when God will reveal His greatness through you. The power of prayer. Staying connected to your source. Prayer is not just a ritual. It's not something you do when you're in trouble. Prayer is a conversation with God. It's how you stay connected to your strength, your purpose, your source. When you pray, you align yourself with God's will. And when you align yourself with God's will, nothing can stand in your way. But don't just pray when you're desperate. Don't just pray when you're in the middle of a storm. Make prayer a daily part of your life. Let God speak to you. Let Him guide your steps. The more you spend time with Him, the more you'll understand His plan for your life. God never fails. His answers may not come in the way you expect, but He is always faithful. And when you develop a habit of prayer, you will find yourself equipped to handle anything that comes your way. Cultivate patience and persistence. The road to success is rarely quick or easy. It requires patience and persistence. In your mind, you must accept that things might not go according to plan immediately. You need to trust the process and stick with it, even when it gets tough. Successful people are not always the most talented, but they are often the most persistent. They keep pushing forward, even in the face of failure or setbacks. Develop a mindset that refuses to quit, no matter how long it takes. Take responsibility for your actions. Your mind needs to be in a space where you understand that you are responsible for your own success. It's easy to blame external factors, other people, your circumstances, or things beyond your control. But success begins when you take full responsibility for your actions, decisions, and the outcomes they create. When you stop blaming others and take ownership of your life, you take control of your future. It's all up to you. Be grateful, and positive gratitude is a mindset shift that opens you up to more opportunities. When you focus on the things you're grateful for, your brain begins to see the positive side of things. It shifts your perspective from lack to abundance. Every day, write down things you're thankful for. Focus on your wins, no matter how small. Gratitude helps you stay grounded and keeps your mind open to all the possibilities around you. Surround yourself with positive energy. Your mindset is heavily influenced by the people and energy around you. If you surround yourself with negativity, it will seep into your thoughts and actions. On the other hand, when you surround yourself with positive, supportive, and like-minded people, it lifts you up and reinforces your own positive thinking. Find a tribe of people who uplift and motivate you, people who believe in you even when you doubt yourself. This positive energy will boost your mindset and push you toward success. Practice self-discipline. Success doesn't happen without effort. You have to have the mental strength to push through the tough moments, delay gratification, and stay focused on your long-term goals. That requires self-discipline. Your mind has the power to create habits that serve your success, but it's your responsibility to develop the discipline to stick to them. Whether it's waking up early, working on your craft, or staying focused on your goals, discipline turns dreams into reality. Develop mental toughness. Mental toughness is the ability to push through difficult situations and remain focused on your goals, even when things get tough. To develop it, you must learn to embrace discomfort and challenges. When things get hard, don't shy away from them. Lean into the discomfort and use it as an opportunity to grow. Break big goals into small steps. Large goals can be overwhelming. Instead of focusing on the entire picture, break down big goals into smaller, manageable tasks. When you complete these smaller tasks, you build momentum, and each step feels like a win. Celebrate the small victories, as they will motivate you to keep moving forward. For example, if you want to write a book, don't think about writing the entire book at once. Instead, commit to writing 1 page a day. Gradually, the pages add up. Practice self-talk. The way you talk to yourself has a huge impact on your mindset. Negative self-talk can lead to self-doubt and procrastination, while positive self-talk can boost your confidence and keep you motivated. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "I am learning and improving." Replace, "I'm not good enough" with, "I am capable of growing and getting better every day." Positive affirmations rewire your brain to focus on growth and success. Ask yourself, why do I want to achieve this goal? When you're clear on your purpose and the deeper meaning behind your actions, it fuels your motivation. Your why can be your anchor when times get tough. It reminds you of the bigger picture and the reason behind your hard work. Whenever you're about to give up, remember why you started. When your why is strong enough, no obstacle will feel impossible. The final call to action. So I challenge you today. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let failure define you. And don't let the struggles you face discourage you. Remember that God is with you, He's guiding you, and He never fails. Keep your faith, keep pushing forward, and keep trusting the process. Your breakthrough is on the other side of your persistence. No matter where you are in your journey, understand this. You are not alone. And with God on your side, you can face anything. So go out there today, believe in your purpose, and know that God has already equipped you for every challenge ahead. God never fails, and neither should you. The importance of gratitude. Recognizing the blessings in every moment. When you're going through struggles, it can be difficult to remember anything to be thankful for. It's easy to focus on what you don't have, what hasn't gone right, or how far away your goals feel. But let me tell you something. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools you have in your journey. Even in the toughest of times, there are blessings all around you. I've learned that every challenge, no matter how difficult, carries a lesson or a hidden gift. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance. It makes you see the good in what seems like the worst. Think about this. Even when you're facing hardships, you've still got breath in your lungs. You've got another chance to rise. You've got people around you who care. You've got God's mercy and grace each new day. So start your day with a prayer of gratitude. Thank God for where you are right now, even if it's not where you want to be. Trust me, in those moments of thanks, you'll find peace and strength to continue forward. Gratitude helps you see that God is at work, even in the smallest of things. The more grateful you are, the more you'll find that God's blessings overflow in your life, walking in your purpose, embracing your calling. I want to talk about something that is very close to my heart, your purpose. Everyone on this earth was created for a reason. You are not here by accident. God has a unique plan for your life, and you have the power to walk in that plan. But here's the catch. It's not always easy to discover your purpose. It doesn't always come to you in a moment of clarity. It often comes in the form of challenges, changes, and sometimes even failures. But the key is this. Don't stop. Don't give up on your calling just because it doesn't look like you thought it would. God's plan is often different from our own vision. When I look back at my life, the things that seemed like obstacles were actually stepping stones to something greater. Your purpose isn't just about what you do for a living or how successful you are. It's about how you live, the impact you have on others, and the way you shine His light in dark places. You can be the source of hope for someone who's lost. You can be the one who lifts someone up when they've fallen. God has placed you in specific places, at specific times for a reason. So take your journey one step at a time. Be open to the unexpected. Your purpose is unfolding even now, in the midst of the trials and the triumphs. Walk in it with courage and confidence, because God will never fail to guide you. The power of community. You don't have to do it alone. One of the biggest lies we hear is that we have to face our struggles alone. The truth is, we were never meant to walk this journey in isolation. God created us for community. When you're struggling, you don't have to carry the weight by yourself. There are people around you, family, friends, mentors, who are ready to support you. And more importantly, God has placed people in your life for a reason. In times of hardship, you may feel like you're alone. But the reality is, God is surrounding you with the right people to walk beside you. You need to lean on them and be there for them. There's power in sharing your burdens and receiving encouragement. If you've been feeling disconnected or isolated, take a moment to reconnect. Don't be afraid to ask for help. You don't have to be strong all the time. Strength doesn't mean doing it alone. It means knowing when to lean on others and let others lean on you. Community also helps you to stay grounded. When you're facing difficult decisions, seeking wise counsel can help you gain perspective. People who have walked the road before you can guide you through the rough patches and remind you that you're not walking alone. The long road to victory. Embracing the journey, not just the destination. Victory is not just a single moment. It's a journey. We often think of success as a destination, but real success is found in the process. The hard work, the sweat, the tears, the sacrifices, all of those moments matter. It's through the struggle that you grow, that you build resilience, and that you prepare yourself for the victory that's coming. Let me be real with you. Victory doesn't come easy. There will be moments when you're tempted to quit, to throw in the towel, to wonder if it's even worth it. But I promise you, the moment you give up is the moment you're one step away from the breakthrough you've been praying for. Every challenge you face today is preparing you for the victory of tomorrow. When you stand at the top of that mountain, you won't just be celebrating the destination. You'll be celebrating every step that got you there. You'll be celebrating your faith, your persistence, and the strength that God has built in you. Final empowerment. God never fails, neither should you. As we wrap up today, I want you to remember something that will change the way you approach every situation from here on out. God never fails. No matter what you're facing, He will see you through. He never leaves you, never forsakes you, and He has a plan to bring you into the fullness of who you're meant to be. Don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to dream big. Keep moving forward. Because God is with you. Even when the road gets tough, He's right there beside you, leading you, guiding you, and giving you strength. And as you go out into the world, remember that you have a unique purpose. The world needs what you have. Your faith, your resilience, your courage. It's not just for you. It's for everyone around you who needs hope, who needs inspiration, and who needs to see that God can transform a life that trusts in Him. So, no matter where you are today, I want to remind you again, God never fails. And because of that, neither should you. Keep your faith, keep believing, and keep moving forward, because the best is yet to come. The power of self-belief. Believe in yourself, because God believes in you. I want to talk about something that often gets overlooked when we discuss faith: believing in yourself. It's easy to put all our trust in God, and rightly so, but sometimes we forget that God has also equipped us with incredible potential. I want you to know this. God has placed unique gifts inside of you. He has given you the talents, the wisdom, and the strength to accomplish everything He's called you to do. But here's the catch. You've got to believe in yourself too. It's not enough to pray for strength if you don't believe that you have the strength to overcome the obstacles in your way. It's not enough to ask for success if you don't trust that you're capable of achieving it. You've got to take the first step. You've got to believe in the power that's inside of you. Yes, God is the source of your strength, but He has placed within you the courage, the resilience, and the intelligence to handle every challenge you face. And when you believe in yourself, you are walking in alignment with the Creator's plan for your life. So stop doubting your potential. Stop thinking you're not good enough, not strong enough, or not capable enough. God believes in you. He created you for greatness. And when you step into your purpose with confidence, nothing can stop you. Trusting God's timing. Patience and faith in the waiting. I know that some of you here today are in the waiting season. You've prayed, you've worked hard, but the breakthrough you're hoping for hasn't come yet. The dreams you've been nurturing still seem far off. The road ahead feels long and uncertain, and you're wondering when or if it will ever happen. I'm here to tell you, trust the process. Trust God's timing. His timing is perfect. You might not see it now, but everything is unfolding exactly the way it should. Remember, God is never early, but He's never late. Waiting can be one of the hardest tests of faith. It's in the waiting that our patience is developed and we learn to rely on God more than ever before. It's also in the waiting that we often grow the most. We learn to let go of control and allow God to take the wheel. But hear me when I say this. Just because you don't see immediate results doesn't mean God isn't working. The process may be slow, but it's preparing you for something greater than you can imagine. God is refining you in the waiting. He's strengthening you, building your character, and getting you ready for the victory that's coming. Don't rush the process. Trust that what's for you will not miss you. When the time is right, the doors will open, and you will be ready. The importance of taking action. Faith without works is dead. I want to emphasize something that is essential in all of this. Action. Faith is important, yes. But faith without works is dead. You can pray for success, you can pray for breakthrough, but if you don't take action, nothing will change. You can't just sit and wait for things to happen. You've got to move. God won't do for you what you can do for yourself. He will guide you, strengthen you, and open doors, but you have to walk through them. You have to put in the work, even when it's hard. You have to take those small steps every single day that move you closer to your purpose. Faith is not passive. Faith is active. It requires you to take risks, to step out into the unknown, to try when you might fail, and to move forward even when you don't have all the answers. When you combine faith with action, that's when you begin to see real progress. So don't just sit on your dreams. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start now, even if it's just one small step. Trust that God is with you in every step, and He will lead you to where you need to be. Turning setbacks into comebacks. Using failures as fuel for success. Many of us have faced setbacks in life. Maybe we've failed. Maybe we've been disappointed. But I want you to understand something very important today. Setbacks are not the end of your story. They are merely setups for your comeback. The greatest success stories are often built on a foundation of failure. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who fail, learn from their mistakes, and get back up again. Denzel Washington himself has spoken about how he failed multiple times before achieving his success. He wasn't always a star. He didn't always have the platform that he has now. But he kept going, and he kept trusting that every failure was a lesson. Every setback was a step forward. You have to adopt the same mindset. When life knocks you down, don't stay down. Learn from it. Use it to fuel your next step. Let your failures sharpen you. They are not a reflection of your worth. They are a part of the journey that will lead you to greater things. Remember, God never wastes your pain. Your setbacks are not in vain. They are preparation for what's ahead. And when you rise from those setbacks, you will come back stronger, wiser, and more ready for the victory that's waiting for you. The final call to action. Your story is not over. As we close today, I want you to remember this. Your story is not over. No matter what you've been through, no matter how many times you've fallen, your story is still unfolding. The best chapters are still ahead of you. God never fails, and He will never fail you. Keep your faith, trust His timing, take action, and know that everything you've been through is leading you to the victory that He has already prepared for you. So I challenge you today, don't settle for less than what God has promised. Don't let fear, failure, or frustration stop you. Rise up. Walk in your purpose. Trust in the process. And above all, know that with God by your side, there is no mountain too high, no dream too big, and no obstacle too great. God never fails. And because of that, neither should you.